Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cheryl. If you're new, welcome to the C Squad. And if you're a channel subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again. Today we're back with another video. A few weeks ago, I posted a productive week of my life as a master's student and YouTuber, and I got a few comments and even some DMs about my productivity, how I stay productive, and how I stay motivated. So I thought I would bring you a full video sharing all of my productivity tips and how to get your work done. Before we get into it, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more lifestyle videos and vlogs. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So my first tip is scheduling or planning out your week. So I plan out my weeks in advance. I plan my whole week every Sunday using Notion. You guys know how much I love Notion. I do have a Notion tour that I'll have a link down below with my weekly to-do list setup. Essentially, in my weekly to-do list, I put down 5 to 6 tasks for Monday to Friday. Then on the weekends, I like to give myself a little bit more leeway. So I typically put in 3 to 4 tasks. Now, one thing I noticed when I was doing YouTube full-time is that I was actually less productive because I had less to do. Let's say on a given day, my only task was to edit a video, maybe do a thumbnail. For some reason, tasks that typically take 3 to 4 hours were taking me double the amount of time because I was procrastinating and I didn't really have the motivation to get it done because I thought, oh, I'll get it done later on. And later became the next day, the next week, so on and so forth. So the irony is, as a full-time master's student with a bunch of lectures and assignments to do, I actually am more productive now, especially with my YouTube, because I have such a limited window to get tasks done. So for me, a task can really be anything. It could be my university lectures, it could be admin tasks like doing my emails, it could be household tasks like laundry or hoovering, or even tasks for YouTube like filming a video or doing a thumbnail. So when I say task, it's kind of loose. They range from maybe a task that could take 15 minutes to a task that could take 2 hours. Another reason why I like to put it down into a to-do list is that it helps me stay on track and know what I need to do. That way I don't forget about upcoming deadlines or just stuff that is due. I also just really like ticking my tasks off throughout the day. It just makes me feel so good about myself when I complete a task. So you could do daily planning. I know some people like to plan the night before for the next day. I really prefer a week because I get to see everything at a glance. And if I have a busy week, it's gonna motivate me to get tasks done on a specific day and not push them off to another day. So my second tip is in line with planning your day. One thing that I have found super useful is time blocking. I believe in giving yourself a specific amount of time to get tasks done. So essentially, when I write out my to-do list, I then put in the times to get it done. I think this is really great for helping you stay focused. If you're a person who likes to procrastinate, I think this will help, just because when you see that you only have a certain amount of time to do a task and there isn't really wiggle room to move the task to another day or another time because it will then delay other tasks, it will seriously motivate you to get it done in that moment. My third tip is create a routine. I like to keep my days pretty similar. Even on days where I don't have classes, I typically try to wake up at around the same time. Maybe I sleep in for like half an hour, but for the most part, I'm actually starting my work day at 9 a.m. sharp. So my daily routine, mornings are for lectures and seminars, afternoons are for working on other types of schoolwork like assignments or maybe doing some extra online courses. Evenings, as I've mentioned, are for editing YouTube videos. My weekends are also pretty similar. I do wake up a little bit later. From 10 to 1, I'm focusing on schoolwork and other admin tasks. Then I spend the rest of the day doing thumbnails and scheduling videos. Obviously, this will look different for you depending on the type of things that you need to get done, but I'm just giving you guys some examples so that you have an idea of how to structure your days. I think creating a routine has helped me get used to doing certain tasks at specific times of the day. So for example, last year I was not editing every day. I was editing here and there, but ever since I started implementing editing from 5 to 7 p.m., I've genuinely gotten so used to it. You guys know that I stay complaining about editing, but it genuinely is getting easier for me to do it the more I do it, and I'm becoming more efficient and faster with it. And I also dread doing it a little bit less. So I recommend doing your high-level tasks or your harder tasks earlier on in the day, like before lunchtime, and then saving your easier tasks, things that you can do on autopilot for later on in the day. Now, I always get asked about how to combat procrastination, and really the only thing I can tell you is just to force yourself to do it. Sometimes there are things that I just do not want to do. There are genuinely some days where I don't feel like editing, I don't want to film a video. I had this moment 2 days ago when I was supposed to film a vlog and I just was not feeling it. Basically, it's not been my day, and I was this close to canceling this vlog. I was like, I'm done with the situation. I was this close to ditching class, but I really want my 100% attendance this month, so we're gonna go. But I just forced myself to do it anyway. The funniest part is that once I start doing a task, I find that it was never that difficult in the first place, and sometimes I actually end up having fun doing it. So sometimes it really just comes down to making yourself do the things that you don't want to do. I think also having a clear picture of your goals will help motivate you. You may not want to start working on that assignment, but if your goal is to get an A in that class, then you're gonna end up having to do it because you want to achieve your goals. Right now, I've divided my life into 3 main pillars. That's university, YouTube, and postgrad. I have around 3 goals for each of these categories, and I have a very clear picture of them. I could tell you what they are from the top of my head. So sometimes I may not want to do certain tasks like edit a video or film a video, but if my goal at the end of the day is to post videos every week so that I can grow my channel and the C Squad, then I'm gonna end up doing it because at the end of the day, it will help me reach that high level goal. So you may need to write down your goals, maybe create a vision board and have it somewhere where you can see it. Mine is just in my notes app. So maybe whenever you feel discouraged or you feel like you don't want to do something, look at your list of goals and try and visualize you getting what you want. And I think that will give you all the motivation you need. Tip number 5 is work whenever and wherever you can. You guys, make the most of your time. We have 24 hours in a day. I guarantee you there's an hour that you're spending at some point doing something that is not helpful, that's not gonna help you achieve your goals. When I went to Brighton for Halloween, I was on my 2-hour train doing my readings for one of my classes. You guys literally saw me when I was in Greece and Poland doing work on my flights, and even in Poland, I actually spent like 1 or 2 days doing assignments and getting the bulk of my work done on vacation. You guys didn't see this because I ended my Poland vlog early, but when we landed from Warsaw, I spent our 2-hour train ride home editing my Greece vlog. Now, it's perfectly fine to take breaks whenever you need to. I'm not saying you need to work during your holidays like me, but if you do have a spare hour where you're kind of not really doing anything, maybe you can just look through your readings. Maybe you can just find some journal articles for your essay or look up some YouTube videos for one of your classes. You don't have to watch them at that time, but at least if you found them to look at later, small things like this can really make a massive difference. And you'll be so happy that you made the most of your time instead of scrolling through TikTok or playing games on your phone. Speaking of phones, I don't use D&D. I typically just put my phone face down on my desk and that's enough for me. I will pick up my phone here and there, but for the most part, since I know I'm being timed, I'll typically look at my phone for maybe a minute and then put it straight down. But if you do need things like do not disturb or flight mode or switching off your phone or muting chats, I've even heard of people putting their phone like in another room, giving it to their parent. Do all of that stuff if it helps you focus and concentrate. Tip number 6, have a clean workspace. Make sure your office or your bedroom, wherever you're working, is clean. I'm talking your bed is made, your desk is clean and organized, your floors are clean and not full of mess. I don't know about you, but having a clean environment to work in makes me happy. It also makes me feel like I have my life together. Also, having a clean space makes it easier for you to find the things that you need, which will make it easier for you to work and make you more productive. Now, I just wanted to mention, because this is like a debate that I see people have about whether you should work at a desk or whether you should work on a bed. To be honest, I'm pretty fluid with whichever one. I literally studied on my bed the whole of matric and I still got 7 distinctions. So I don't really believe the whole you have to be at a desk narrative. Nowadays, I sit at my desk for most of the day just because my back does get sore. I am getting old, but I do usually end off my days in my bed editing because it's comfortable and it's relaxing. So do whatever you need to do, just make sure it is clean for the most part. So for tip number 7, we are in 2024. It is the world of AI, and I'm totally not against AI to make your life easier. I am against abusing AI and not actually doing your work, but if you're just using it to enhance things or for it to give you suggestions for improvements, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So the 2 AI tools I use at the moment are Gling and ChatGPT. I'm sure that there are lots of others. So Gling, if you are a YouTuber, I actually find this super useful. It's basically an editing AI. So you can import your video and it will make cuts. So right now, as I'm filming this video, I have said about 1 million times. I've had to restart my sentences about 1 million times as well. And Gling is gonna take all of that out for me. I have used it in my Kiana Lede concert vlog video, which seriously helped me save so much time. It's not sponsored, but I just think it's a really cool tool and I wish I'd known about it sooner. Now at ChatGPT, I use a little bit more sparingly. I don't think it's perfect, and I do think it still sounds like a bot, but I think it's really good for giving you a direction of where you want to go. I used it for my personal statements when I was applying to master's programs, not to write the whole thing, but basically to just give it a few bullet points of what I wanted to touch on and see the kind of layout it gave me. My final statement was nothing like what it output, but at least it gave me an idea of a structure or how I should formulate it. I've used it to summarize readings, and I also used it to help me write my about section for my LinkedIn profile because I had no idea what to do for that. So yeah, let it aid you, but don't abuse it, please. So my last tip is to reward yourself. Essentially, give yourself something to look forward to at the end of a long day and after you've completed all your tasks. For me, it's getting to watch some of my favorite YouTubers before bed. Sometimes I do treat myself with some desserts or Uber Eats takeout or something, but I would do this very sparingly because it can get out of control very quickly. Maybe limit it to once or twice a week. I also like to visualize myself relaxing at the end of the day, being all stress-free because I got all my tasks done. That does help motivate me as well. So if you have to picture yourself in your pajamas, in bed, watching your favorite show, in your nice warm socks, or maybe it's you going out and seeing your friends, just kind of get that in your mind and get excited about it. Before I end the video, I just wanted to mention that it is physically impossible to get everything done. You're only one person. There's no way you can get 8 hours of sleep, exercise every day, eat clean and healthy, and make your own meals every day, get all your assignments done and be an A student, have the most amazing social life, and be consistent on all these different social media platforms. It is literally so impossible. That's why I stick to my content pillars. I really try and prioritize what is of most importance to me. If it means that I can't cook my own meals every day, that is okay. I've even had times where I've had to cancel plans with my friends, or I was even invited to 3 YouTube events last year. I only ended up going to 2 because the other one just did not fit in the schedule. So sometimes it's okay to miss out. You really can't be everywhere doing everything at once. So definitely make sure that you pick what's important to you and prioritize those things. Another thing is you need to be aware of burnout. Just constantly check in with yourself, see if you're coping. If you're not, it is okay to take a break, end the day early, take the whole day off if you really need to, because at the end of the day, bouncing back from burnout is going to be way harder than you just having to catch up on a couple of tasks and be a little bit behind for a while. Definitely make sure you give yourself some free time and don't overwhelm yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It has been so long since I did a little big sis advice session with you guys. So if you guys want more videos like this, then comment down below, ask me some questions, and I'll try and answer them in another video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to join the C Squad and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!